Hey, what's up, you guys? Jelly here. It's November. The Devils have awoken. They've invaded Teppen, and they're ready to join us on this ranked season. It is ranked season Chun-Li, and I'm here today to talk to you about, well, this deck that's right behind me. We're going to talk about the deck I ran to champion with this season, my take on Shinku Hadouken Control in this new meta. So, the big thing right now that we've got to contend against is green is, well, pretty damn good. Nero is here. He's shown he's a powerhouse. Growth has been a great mechanic for green. So this is my answer that just says, you know what? Green is not a super strong matchup for red, but we've got a lot of cool toys now, and Ryu is in a really fun place. And honestly, I didn't have much effort really having to climb up to champion. I think this is a great deck to tackle the ladder with right now. So if you're looking for something fun to play, this is definitely it. So, big thing. This deck is expensive. You're probably looking at this deck already, and you can tell. We've got 5 legendaries and 8 epics. You can put in a 6th legendary. Torchbearer Axel is not a bad choice necessarily. I don't run it for 2 reasons. A, I don't have it. I did not choose to craft it because I don't think the deck needs it, but I think it is still a great card, and it's one that you could definitely choose to put in. And there's just so much, it's hard to cut down to what you really want in the deck. There's a lot of options for this style of deck right now. Red got a lot. Red got some very interesting stuff. Most notably is going to be this guy right here, Liberating Slash. Liberating Slash is 9 damage and 9 life to your opponent for 2 mana. 9 damage on 2 mana is amazing. Being able to use this for free can be huge. If you use it early, it doesn't matter. If you use it late, it probably doesn't still matter because you're using this to just blow up something big. If you're able to one-shot your opponent's big bomb, they're going to be really, really sad. Now, caveat, shields are a huge thing right now. A lot of units growth into shield. There's a growth spell that gives shield. Wall jumps are still a thing, and there's the other green spell that only gives green units shield, but since mono green is becoming a thing right now again, with Mega Man Heart Tank, with Mega Man Charge Shot, with Nero and Hey Nico and True Power, we're going to be seeing more shields still. But with smart play, this card is still fantastic. It's just like having an extra Shinku in your deck that you can draw at any time, and it makes your opponents very wary to play out their big bombs. So otherwise, we are looking at a great removal package here. Ryu has 3 Agnators, 3 Legis, 2 Ladies, 3 BB Hoods, all very standard, blow your opponent's crap out of the water. One big thing, when you're looking at this deck, you might be going, aren't you a little creature heavy here, Jelly? You got 25 creatures in this deck. And honestly, yeah, it's pretty creature heavy. But, A, we're running 4 growth units, so we want to be able to consistently put out creatures to proc the growth, and Chill Penguin and Ken are fantastic. Chill Penguin, right here, shield, 6 damage to a random enemy unit. 6 damage, fantastic on a growth. Follow that off a ping unit, you can make that 9 damage potentially. You have Liberating Slash with no drawback on getting Penguin to level 3 and having an Agnaktor in hand. Lagiacrus, all great things, all great combos. So Chill Penguin, easy fit in the deck. Ken, whew. Okay, Ken, fantastic. Growth is only 3, so it's easy for you to get up. Your units are 3 and 4 cost already, at least. So you can pretty easily pump them up. Everything you're getting out there is going to be giving you another level on this Ken. 7 damage among all enemy units. A small Dragon Lord's Judgment as soon as you play out a creature. Great. You have a good chance, honestly, to get off the level 3 growth. Flight is definitely more present now than it has been in the past. You're seeing Hellbats. You're seeing the 8-drop from purple that does damage on Resonate to the board. There's a lot of really good flight units now. So it's definitely not bad to have anti-air in. And that level 4, 17 damage to a random enemy unit. That just says goodbye whoever it touches. Very unlikely that they're going to survive 17 damage, no matter what unit it is. If you get shielded, unlucky. You don't have control over that random effect, but it's still going to be huge for you. Otherwise, your legendary package we already were talking about before. Dread King Rathalos, he's been getting dropped out of some other people's lists. He's very high cost at 8 mana. It's a lot to invest, but that 5 damage to a creature is huge. There's a reason that these type of effects are seeing play again. Green is running the dragon that's 2/6 or 3/6, whatever it is, that bounces units to the hand. These effects can be big. As long as you get yourself in a stable board state, which with Liberating Slash, Detonation, and Lightning Bolt, you have a pretty good shot to do. And Lightning Bolt especially is something I want to talk about for a second. Lightning Bolt and Spread Shot are competing for the same slot in this deck. So it's basically the factor of Spread Shot can be a little bit better in the situations of dealing with shields. You can proc off a Spread Shot, get rid of all your opponent's shields, hopefully, if you're really lucky, and just use it for that 3 damage. Lightning Bolt, on the other hand, you're just going to thin out your deck. And one of the big things that you want to do right now is thin out your deck in Ryu. And there's a reason. If you're playing this creature-heavy variant, you need to get to your stuff. Plain and simple. You're going to be very heavily trading creatures. That's why, Shinku Ryu loves Rush. You're playing ostriches, you're playing guys. And you're constantly looking for the next creature to help you out. Lightning Bolt does that fantastically by thinning out the deck. It's only 2 cards, sure, but 2 cards out of 30 that you no longer have to draw, well, let's say 25 because you start with a 5-card hand. If you never draw into Lightning Bolt on another, you're always on value. And you're not filling up your EX pocket too much, so they're great to play. Whereas versus the Jill deck that I talked about last month, Lightning Bolt could hurt you by filling up your EX pocket, but detonates, great. Very happy to see Hellbat, but you're not constantly throwing out these Hellbats. You're not constantly throwing out Explorer units. So it's a preference thing at that point, Spread Shot versus Lightning Bolt, but I very strongly recommend Lightning Bolt for this style of play. Otherwise, the core of the deck, the gameplay is still definitely very much the same as it's been. Blow up your opponent's units, kill them on sight, try to keep your opponent off his game plan. That's your game plan, and it works fantastically. So give the deck a shot. Tell me what you think. I know it's definitely an expensive deck. You do get a break on the fact that Ryu and Dread King Rathalos are rank up rewards. So it does cut the cost down a little bit, but still, it is definitely a very expensive deck. But 100% worth it if you have the cards or if you want to take the investment. It is not a deck that I would say you will regret building. So I hope you like it. I hope you have some fun. Let me know what you think in the comments, in DMs on Discord, Reddit, wherever. And if you want to and enjoy the content, you can hop on over to twitch.tv/JellingPals, drop a follow, and join the family. Have a good one, guys.
Oh yeah! My turn now! Let's get airborne! Oh yeah! Watch this! Bingo! Say your prayer!
Can't afford to doubt myself.
Let's get airborne! Oh yeah! Watch this! Bingo!
Shinku Hadouken!
Let's get airborne! yeah! Watch this! Let's get airborne!
It's time. Shinku Hadouken! Prove to me what
Being
you're made of.
outdone! Oh yeah! Watch this! Say your prayer!
Prepare yourself. It's time. Shinku Hadouken!
Love is a game of give and take. Shadow Blade!
Prepare yourself.
Try harder!
Prove to me what you're made of.
You devil.
I'll hold nothing back.
Don't disappoint me now. Love is a game of give and take. Shadow Blade!
It's time. Prove to me what you're made of. Shinku Hadouken! I will.
Don't disappoint me now. Don't disappoint me now. Naughty, naughty. Get what you deserve.
Prove to me what you're made of. It's time.
Love is a game of give and take.
Can't afford to doubt myself.
Naughty, naughty. Get what you deserve. Don't disappoint me now.
Shinku Hadouken!
Don't disappoint me now.
I will keep on fighting.
So much power!
Prepare yourself.
I unleash this power to end all conflict! fully charged.
Pure energy.
Becomes pure strength. So much power.
I'll hold nothing back.
They'll use this power to end all conflict.
It's time. Shinku Hadouken!
System fully charged.
Prove to me what you're made of.
Critical damage sustains this power to end all conflict.
Prepare yourself.